In this video, you're gonna learn a lot of new Italian words about making coffee at home like an Italian with the Moka coffee pot. Ciao e benvenuti a questo nuovo episodio di Learn Italian Vocabulary. This is a video about coffee. Chapter 3, Fare il caffè. And today we will actually make coffee together. Now, a word of warning. I am not a coffee expert. I'm just a regular Italian who likes to drink coffee at home and at the bar. And when I'm at home, I make coffee this way. Now, mind you that I've spoken with lots of friends and colleagues from various parts of Italy, and I will be telling you how to make coffee according to various schools of thought. Now, which one is the correct one? It all depends on how you like your coffee. So if you haven't seen the two previous episodes, episode 1 was about the Moka coffee pot, episode 2 was about coffee itself, and today we're gonna be making coffee. And I will be showing close-ups of parts of video in which I'm making coffee with the Moka pot. Just a quick revision, this is called La Moka, the Moka pot, La Moka, and the various parts are listed in video number 1. Il bricco, here in the middle we have the imbuto filtro, this one is the bollitore o caldaia, and this very important thing is the valvola. And then we have manico and another manico or pomello. Now, of course, the first thing that you have to do, you unscrew the Moka pot and then you put the water in up until the valve, fino alla valvola. Then you put the coffee in, and there are two schools of thought as far as how much coffee you have to put in and if you have to press it or not. So let's have a more detailed view of the process. Verso l'acqua nella caldaia. Can you see that there's a valve there? And when I pour the water must reach no higher than that valve. Can you see the water level? Il livello dell'acqua, the water level, non deve superare la valvola, must not be over the valve. This is just the right quantity of water, la giusta quantità di acqua. Metto il filtro. Now, for the coffee. Quanto caffè ho fatto la montagnella? The small mountain. La montagnella. La montagnella. Or you can decide to press it, pressare il caffè. So you fill it up and then you press it with the back of your spoon. Lo premi con il retro del cucchiaino, like this. Caffè pressato. And then you'll have to clean the rim of the caldaia in order for the bricco, the top, to be screwed in without any grains in the way. Here it is, caffè pressato. Many of the people I know from Sicily like to press their coffee, and to press is simply pressare il caffè. Pressare il caffè. Pressare il caffè. But I almost feel that this is a verb that we have borrowed somehow, at least in the meaning from the English language. Another way to say to press in Italian would be premere. Premere. Premere is to press down. Premere. You can press a button, premere un bottone, or in this case, premere il caffè. Now, other people like to leave a small mountain of coffee here, la montagnella, and maybe it's called in some other ways in other parts of Italy. Then you screw the top, avvito il bricco alla caldaietta, and then you put it on the fire, on the cooker. Cooker in Italian is fornello. 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 And let me just lower the camera so you can see my fornello. Now I have put the Moka pot, ho messo la Moka on the smallest cooker of the set. Have a look at it. See? I will put it on this one, the smallest, il più piccolo. the smallest, il più piccolo. The smallest, il più piccolo. And why? Well, because as it is advised in the instructions for using the Moka pot.
And let me remind you that as soon as my first video on the Moka reaches 100 likes, I will buy a brand new Moka and I will unbox it in front of you and we will read the labels and instructions together.
I was saying the fire of the cooker should not come out of the lower perimeter of the Moka pot. The fire, il fuoco, shouldn't be larger in size. Accendo il fornello. I light the cooker. Accendo il fornello. Accendo il fornello. Now the way I like to do it is the first minute or so I leave the flame a bit high so it's on the outer lower perimeter of the Moka pot, hotter, and after a while I like to turn it down to the minimum so the coffee will come up more slowly, but it will be a stronger brew. So 1 minute or so has passed and let me turn it down. And let me turn the camera facing the cooker. Now as you can see, here we have our Moka pot on the fire. Look, this was the fire how it was at the beginning. I put the Moka pot on it and it almost matches the area of the lower part of the Moka pot. When we put it on max, the fire in the cooker, we say that il fuoco è alto. Literally, the fire is high or tall. Il fuoco è alto. Il fuoco è alto. So I am heating, as we say, a fuoco vivo. A fuoco vivo. A fuoco vivo, which literally means at live or lively fire. Vivo means alive or in this case lively. Then I turn it down. A fuoco lento. Fuoco lento literally means fire slow or slow fire. And when you cook or heat something with a low flame, you say that you're cooking or heating a fuoco lento. Literally at slow fire. A fuoco lento. See this? Almost impossible to see on camera, but if I put my finger, I can feel the hit. A fuoco lento. And the coffee is already coming up. You can see the brown froth. When the coffee comes up, we can either say il caffè sale, il caffè sale, il caffè sale, which means the coffee comes up, or il caffè scende, because after it has come up, it will go down. So il caffè scende. Il caffè scende. Now some more coffee is coming up and then going down. Dell'altro caffè sale lentamente, slowly. Lentamente, slowly. Lentamente, slowly. And now it will go down. So it will come down, scenderà. Il caffè scende, il caffè scende lentamente, slowly. Il caffè scende lentamente. Il caffè scende lentamente. Now I don't know if you can hear this noise. Let me get it on microphone here. You had your coffee pot. Talk to the camera. So when you hear this noise, it means it's ready. And now there are purists who like to switch off the fire immediately. And there are other people who prefer all the water to come up. But they say that the last bit of water that remains down will give you like a weaker brew. It will be lighter in color, so it's not as strong as the coffee that I personally like. So I will turn the fire off and I will drink this coffee. And we're back on front camera, and I've made this Moka pot, which is a 2 coffee Moka pot. So I will grab my double coffee cup, una tazzina per caffè doppio. A coffee cup is called a tazzina. Let me show you a small one, like a regular one. This is a regular 1 coffee cup, so tazzina da caffè. Tazzina da caffè. Tazzina da caffè. Una tazzina. Tazza is a cup or a mug. We don't make any difference in Italian from mug to cup. So we would call this one a tazza, a mug is a tazza in Italian, we would call this one a tazzina because the suffix ina in the end makes it small. This is a cup for 2 coffees. You can call it tazza, tazza. When you compare these 2 cups, this is a tazzina, and if you have to distinguish this one from this one when you're ordering, say, a cappuccino at the bar, you will say tazza grande and tazzina. Tazza grande, tazza grande, tazza grande, tazzina or tazza piccola, tazzina or tazza piccola. Now 2 coffees will fit into this tazza grande. Now there are some people who find that putting sugar in your coffee or espresso is blasphemy, and there are other people like me who like just a bit of sugar in it, and there are other people who like a lot of sugar in their coffee, but still it's a matter of taste, so I don't blame anyone really. Sugar is zucchero, 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 zucchero. I prefer brown sugar, which in Italy is called zucchero di canna, zucchero di canna, zucchero di canna. And zucchero di canna is actually the literal translation of cane sugar. Canna, cane. No, they're alike. And I put just, half a spoon. And a spoon in Italian, a coffee spoon or a teaspoon, it's called a cucchiaino. Cucchiaino. Cucchiaino da caffè in this case. Cucchiaino da caffè. A coffee small spoon, because ino in the end makes it small. Let me show you the regular cucchiaio. So here you have a regular spoon for soups, and here you have a small spoon, like a teaspoon in this case. So this is a cucchiaio, 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 and the small one is called cucchiaino. When I mix my sugar, mescolare lo zucchero, and mescolare is to mix. In this case, io mescolo lo zucchero. Io mescolo lo zucchero. Io mescolo lo zucchero. And now let's drink it. I'm sure I left out a ton of words that you were curious about, and that's why you have to write in the comments how you take your coffee, or if there's anything that I left out and that you really want to know, and maybe I can make a follow-up video to this. Remember that if the first video of the series reaches 100 likes, I will go and buy a Moka pot and we will read the labels and instructions together. If the second video, the one on the coffee itself, reaches 100 likes, I will go and buy the 5 most sold kinds of coffee in Italy, and we will read their names and their labels together. And what about if this video reaches 100 likes? Well, I have something in store for you. If this video reaches 100 likes, I will make you a coffee with this coffee machine. And what is this? Well, put 100 likes and I will tell you. So apart from putting a like, you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Tell your friends, share the links to these videos on social media, and please let's engage in some Italian related conversation right in the comments below, and you will find a lot of other information and suggestions in the description box. And I'll see you on the next of Livo Learn Italian Vocabulary, or LIS Learn Italian with Songs. Ciao!